What inspired me with the film The Lesser Road is especially how it portrays the two main characters, one of which is a hot dog vendor, and he's portrayed as kind of one of a stereotype of creativity, if you want. One that's very modern. It's the genius. He's big, he's boisterous, he's loud, he's going to give his idea. And the other one is the young man who searches for his own path in life, who has a much more contemporary view of what creativity should be, in that it can come from anyone, it can come from anywhere at any time, and most of the time it's actually much more of a collaboration in an environment where all these pieces are coming together to create this moment or this thing. And I thought it was interesting how the young man bounces these ideas off of a more traditionalist, modernist type of thinking and ultimately finds his way. I thought also that putting it in the context of a hot dog vendor gave it a lot of levity, something that the discussion on creativity would in many ways be much more subdued and serious. This kind of gave it a much more lively, interesting conversation. One of the main hurdles that I had with the film was that I always thought of The Lesser Road as kind of this hybrid between cinema and theater. I always thought of it as kind of a play and also kind of a movie, but kind of with this interplay between the two. And to do that, I wanted it to be not quite right. I wanted something to be just a little off so that somebody coming to the project with a cinema kind of viewpoint would look at it and say, something's a little different, and then they'd start to think about, well, what is that? And the way that that was done was that the whole film was shot on a green stage, which went very, very well. And before that, we shot all the plates on this really busy street corner in Manhattan, and we shot a whole variety of angles. We knew that there'd be some angles missing, but we could at least have a pretty good idea of what it would look like. And then we would go back after the green screen work and then fill in the blanks where we had, not shot the perfect angle. What happened was when we were in the edit room, the pandemic happened. And so when we came back to our street corner, it wasn't just a bunch of people, it was a bunch of people wearing masks. And so then none of our shots would match up with what we had before, and none of it would match up with the actors in the foreground. So how we resolved that was basically to be very judicious with our camera angles and very patient, waiting for the pedestrians to basically walk at just the right angle, which was very time consuming. And when that wasn't possible in the event of like a really wide shot, we basically did a lot of tedious After Effects work. So that was the main hurdle, the main obstacle that we had in making it all come together, since that in the moment that we were in the edit room, the whole world changed, and we had to kind of make them fit together as well. So that was that. What I would like to happen from this film is mainly to have it more life. I think that the main two actors that play the young man and the hot dog vendor are fantastic. I think they did so well, and I would be so happy if that led to other opportunities for them, because they totally deserve it. They worked so well together, and they really imbued who their characters were. On the end of the film, I would say, would this project be shown as a theater play? That could be an interesting way to have it continue. Or could it then be transformed into not a 45-minute piece, but something longer, where we delve more deeply in the psychology of the characters or the background of the characters, or kind of fill it out a little bit more. So it could lead to a fuller project in that way. Or just basically to lead to other opportunities. Somebody could see this and say, oh, we like your sensibility, what else do you have? And that could be something really positive that comes from this. I'm always working, and I'm always thinking of these new scenarios, new projects, And so it's always nice when one project kind of leads to another and informs another. It kind of gives it a more cohesive, kind of all-encapsulating experience. And it's just plain nice when people like your work. And that's it. So those were my answers to the 3 questions. I hope you thought it was interesting, and I hope you enjoy the film. Thank you.